So in this video, let's take a look at functions in JavaScript. This is going to be a really important topic, so we're gonna make this in two videos. So first, I'm gonna add the comment functions, and then I'm going to explain a function, how you can create your own functions. So for example, there are several ways to create a function. The first one is called function declaration. So you add the keyword function like this. This is a keyword that exists on JavaScript, and this will tell JavaScript that we want to create a new function. So we're going to add hello visitor. Then you open a parenthesis, and then you open the curly braces. Everything that is inside the curly braces is going to be the body of the function. So you can add something like this, console.log, and you can send a message, hello and welcome to our website, like that. So if you save this, you can see that nothing is happening because we have this console.log and there is no message in the console. Well, when you create your own functions like this, you have to call the function. So we're going to add a function must be called. And you call the function just by adding this, hello visitor, and then the parentheses, and then you add the semicolon at the end. So this is going to execute the function, and now you can see we have hello and welcome to our website. You can also pass arguments to functions. This will make your functions more smart, and an argument is going to be a value from the outside of the function that is going to be added inside the function. So right here we have hello visitor, and I'm gonna add right here the argument. I'm gonna call this one, for example, name. And then right here we have hello visitor. I'm going to add my name, Juan. Then I'm gonna remove these single quotes because I'm gonna use the template string. So remember that you have to use the backtip. Backtip here and also right here. Then I'm gonna add hello right here, and I'm gonna add the $sign, open the curly braces, and then I'm going to add the name of the argument. So it's going to print the name Juan. It's going to be added inside the body of the function. So save this. Now you can see we have hello Juan and welcome to our website. So you can pass all the arguments that you need. So for example, I'm going to add my last name. And right here I'm going to add a comma. And this is going to be last name. This one is going to be the first name. So we add first name like this. Paste right here, and I'm gonna copy this and paste right here. Select this, paste right here, and change this last name to something like this. So we can save this, and now you can see we have hello Juan de la Torre and welcome to our website. So you can see that here we are passing two different arguments into the function. So let's say that we remove one of these. You can see that we are only sending one, but our function expects two. Save this, and now you can see we have hello Juan. Then we have undefined because this variable doesn't have any value. So you can fix this using something called the default parameter. And they are like this. So for example, here on the first name, I'm going to add equals. And I'm going to add something like single quotes. Last name, I'm going to add also equals, and I'm going to add single quotes. If I save this, you can see that we only have hello Juan, and we have the single quotes, but we don't have the error. Of course, you can add something here, for example, visitor, and you can, for example, remove this, and this is going to print visitor. You can also add, for example, the last name, my last name here, for example, and you can see we have Juan, and since we don't have the second parameter, it's going to print the default value, which is this one. And this is the new way to create default parameters, because if we remove these, let's remove everything. In the earliest version of JavaScript, the code should be something like this. If type of first name is equals to undefined. Then we're going to add first name equals to Juan, something like that. And then I'm gonna copy this, copy, paste, and I'm gonna add the last name. So this was the previous way of adding the default parameters, but you don't have to use this. The new way is much cleaner, and is the code looks more organized. You can see it's going to be like this. So let's create another function. We're going to add something like function addition, and this one is going to take two parameters. So it's going to be number 1 and number 2. Then this function is going to return number 1 plus number 2. So you can see that we have something different here because we are returning the value. There are two ways that you can create your functions. You can create a function like this one that is going to print the value in the body of the function, or you can create a function that is going to return the value like this one. And normally you will create a function that returns a value when you want to make something else with that value. But I'm going to show you this working. We're going to add addition, and we're going to add, for example, 1, 2. This is going to make the addition 1 and 2. If I make something like this, you can see nothing is happening because we return the value, but normally you will return this into another variable. So we're going to add something like result, and then you will send that value to the console log result like this. And now you can see we have the number 3. So you can see we created this function and then we return the value. So we have the function here, and the value that is returned is going to be assigned to this result variable. So the idea behind the functions is that you can use this more than once. So for example, I'm going to add let result, then I'm going to add result equals, and save this. You can see we have 3, and we can call this again with different values. 10 and 15 is going to print 16, and also we can call this one again. So we're going to add 3, 4, and it's going to return 7. So basically a function is code that you can reuse more than one time, and you can see this looks more organized. So in the next video, let's review the other way of creating functions. We're gonna see of something called the function expressions. So let's continue working in the next video.